Hey guys, Catlin here with lesson 20 of your homework this week, and we're going to start with the problem about Andre. He says that 10x plus 6 and 5x plus 11 are equivalent because they both equal 16 when x is 1. Do you agree with Andre? And I'm going to go ahead and disagree with Andre. They might both equal 16 when x is 1, but what about when x is a different number? Because these have to work for every number, not just one. What if x was 2? Would it work for that? No, it doesn't. So I'm going to say no. They have to work for every x. Let's do the 2 example. 10 times 2 plus 6 is 26, right? 20 plus 6, 26. If we put 2 in the place of x here in his other equation, that would be 10 plus 11, which is 22, not equal. So that's one way we could show that it's not the same. We can't combine those two because x's and numbers without x's are not like. We can't combine them. That's what we've been talking about on Wednesday and Thursday of this week, combining like terms. Number 2, there is a question on your test very similar to number 2, so you might want to take heed of this one. We are to select the expressions that can be subtracted from 9x. So 9x minus one of these groups is going to equal 3x plus 5. That's what this is saying, okay? So 9x minus something over here that would equal 3x plus 5. Well, we definitely need a 6x to be taken, and it needs to be positive. It can't be negative, so it can't be this one, and it can't be this one. It's got to be A, C, or D. Now, we also need to take away a 5, but it turns out to be positive. So the only way that's going to happen is if the 5 is negative. So this one would work. This one would not work because take away 5 and end up in a negative 5. So that one wouldn't work, but this one would be okay because if you add the opposite there, it would be a negative 5. So the two that work there are A and D. A and D. We could have a negative 5 plus 6x, which would essentially add the opposite and add a 5, and then 9 take away the 6 would give us the 3x. Or the other way, if you just kind of swap those around, it would be all right. If it was 6x first and then take away 5. Take away a negative 5, and that's like adding 5, and taking away 6 from 9x gives us 3x. So those are the ones that work. Let's look at number 3 here. We're selecting all of the statements that are true for any value of x. So we're really just picking all the ones that have been worked out correctly. They've simplified them the right way. So 7x plus, all right, 2x added to it would give us 9x, and a 7 added to it. Everything's positive there. That would be okay. That would work. All right, on the next one, they're adding the group again, which is going to make that 9x, so I like that. But just because this is plus doesn't mean it's going to be plus over here. It's adding a negative 1, so that should be negative 1 for that to work. So these aren't equal. Don't pick that one. 3x plus 10. Okay, so the 10 is going to be there, right? And then 3x plus a negative x would make the x's go away, and all you're left with is the 10. So I like that one. That is true. Part D, 5x, we're taking away. So taking away an 8 would result in a take away 8. I like that. Taking away a negative 6, okay, minusing a negative 6 is actually like adding 6, so this should be 11x's, and it's not, so we don't want to pick that one. 4x, take away a regular 2x would land us at 2x, so I'm liking that so far. And taking away a regular 8 would land in regular take away 8, so I like that one. 6x minus 2x, it's a regular 2x, so it went into with 4x. But take away a negative 4, that's really the same as taking away a negative 4 is the same as adding a positive 4. So this one's actually okay because taking away negative 4 would end in plus 4. So those are your choices, A, C, E, and F. Moving on to the last part of this page. Number 4, for each situation, would you describe it with X is less than 25, greater than 25, less or equal, or greater or equal? So let's start with the library question, part A. The library is having a party for any student who reads at least. At least is going to mean that 25 is okay. So I'm leaning toward the or equals to. At least 25 books over the summer. Priya read X books and was invited to the party. So if she was invited to the party, that means she read at least 25, and that means that's 25 or more. So Priya has read greater or equal to 25 in her situation. Kieran read X books over the summer, but was not invited to the party. So Kieran did not meet that threshold of having at least 25. So he was probably less than 25, right? He wasn't even equal to it. He had to be smaller. So that would be X is smaller than 25 for Kieran. And then the other two are just kind of no-brainers. This is smaller or equal to 25 for C, and this is bigger or equal to 25 for D. I'm sorry, not or equal to. The dot's not filled in, so just greater than 25. I say it's a no-brainer, and I miss it. And that's the third page, lesson number 20. There you go, guys.